Hey guys, it's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to another movie with numbers in the title, part deux. And this time we're talking about a movie from the late great Paul Walker. And no, it's not one of the Fast and the Furious movies. I already reviewed a bunch of them, and there's nothing left with numbers in it. So uh, now we're going to talk about one of his earlier mid 2000s films from Disney that he made. He made a couple of Disney films before he passed away. He did this and Meet the Deedles. And I really like this movie. I got this on Blu-ray. That's BLU, by the way, not with an E. And that's Eight Below, inspired by a true story. Basically, Paul Walker uses these snow dogs, which is better than snow dogs because they don't talk, at least. And he has to navigate them through terrain in Antarctica. Let me just read the back. The unforgiving terrain of Antarctica comes to this life through the wonder of Blu-ray disc technology and this amazing tale of courage and loyalty. Eight incredible dogs, the snow dogs here, and left behind when their research team is forced to flee because of the bad weather, and band together to survive the sub-zero elements that blister the screen in eye-popping 1080p. Uh, Jerry Paul Walker races against time to save his four-legged friends, experiences heart-pounding adventure like never before. Yeah, it's a good movie. This is a really good Disney movie. It doesn't feel like a Disney movie because it's very, like serious in tone. The actors, there's a really hell of a cast. You got Paul Walker, really rest in peace. I miss him like crazy. You got Jason Biggs from American Pie. This is him in a lighter film. You got Moon Bloodgood, who's good in a lot of films. I know some people don't like her. I think she's beautiful, good Asian actress, American actress. You got Bruce Greenwood, and this is directed by Frank Marshall. He did a really good job showing the beautiful locations in Antarctica. I think it was filmed not in Antarctica. It was filmed in like Canada, up north in Canada, and it looks great though. It doesn't look like CGI. The dogs are real. They don't talk. They don't have bad CGI dogs running in the snow. It's really them. There's the disc. And I was really touched by this movie because not only does it have an actor that I missed, that was very handsome, a good actor, and people said, "Oh, he just played Paul Walker in all his movies." Yes, but he did it well, and we will never have another Paul Walker, that's for sure. You had the dogs are really beautiful. I know spoiler alerts are like not all of them survive. A couple of them die because they freeze to death, and they don't move because they don't know where they are, and dogs can only survive in the cold for so long, and it's emotional. When the dogs die, you feel it. I have a dog, so my sister has a dog, and it wouldn't survive in the snow for 5 minutes, much less for days. I mean, they're left in that research facility for months, I believe. I think it's like 2 months or so. I don't remember it's been a while since I've seen a movie, a couple months. But it tugs at your heartstrings. It's a long movie. It's about 2 hours, so it's not that short. But it's a good movie. It's well shot, well acted, well written, really emotional. I'm glad this was a box office hit in 2006. It's got a really good premise. Granted, a premise we've seen before in Snow Dogs, but that's a shitty movie with Cuba Gooding Jr. This is how you do it right, and not make it a stupid comedy where he's like, "Oh, my father's a white guy." I'm like, wow, I don't care. Here, it's emotional, it's dramatic, it's well done, and would I recommend this to families? Yeah, there's no cursing in it. It's very mild. There's not they don't say any f bombs or anything because it's a Disney movie. And Walker's is excellent in this movie. There's not a single flaw in his acting at all. And it's a happier time. This is in '06. He was very young, very handsome, very, you know, gifted. He was a gifted performer. And he definitely carried the movie because he cared about the dogs. He's a likable character. And, it was in real snow, so it's not CG. It doesn't feel fake. And it's genuine. This movie, that's the perfect word to describe Eight Below. It's a genuine movie. The actors are very likable in the film. And even though it was 2 hours, it didn't feel that long. And it definitely did not need to be 2.5 hours. That's what I'm saying about Disney movies. Some of them can be short and to the point. And without the end credits, it's about an hour and 50 something minutes. So still long, but it's not overbearingly long. And I enjoyed it. And I'm glad I got it on Blu-ray. I got the Disney Rewards. It came with a Disney Reward. It's gone now. So no digital copy because this is before Disney did digital copies and the Blu-rays. They didn't start doing that till like the late 2000s. And if you haven't seen this movie, see it for Paul Walker. He is excellent in the movie. The film is fun. It's got a great cast. It's got a great bunch of Alaskan, husky dogs, and it's a really emotional movie. Like if you haven't seen this movie, get ready to take out the tissue boxes and probably waste them because the dogs go through hell just to get back to Paul Walker and the rest of the team, and it doesn't feel phony. I would have cut some of the film out a little bit, like just for pacing, but it's still very well done, and I would recommend it. And it's a good Disney movie. This is before they had to remake everything, and this was over 10 years ago. So now they're like, oh, we're just gonna remake every classic that was animated and just throw it on screen again to see if you remember. This movie doesn't need a remake, Disney. It's perfect the way it is. You could have shortened it a little bit for pacing, in the beginning of the film, like before the dogs get abandoned. And but it's still a really good movie, and it deserves a high mark on IMDb. It deserves the praise it got from critics, and from the critics that liked it, because some people probably thought it was boring, like it's a nature film with actors in it. But it's not that. It's a good, fun family drama with emotional performances, and the dogs are great in it. So yeah, that's my review of Eight Below. I hope you've seen this movie. Give me your thoughts in the comment section. I really would recommend it to since we lost Paul Walker to see his early stuff, before he died, because it makes me smile. Like this and Joyride and Fast and the Furious 6 and Fast 5 and Furious 7 and even his early stuff like in the '90s. Yeah, I miss the guy. The guy was a good actor. He was better than a lot of Oscar winners today. I'm going to say it right now because some of them win an Oscar and then they disappear. Look at Daniel Day Lewis. Yeah. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care, and I will see you in the next review.